Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we're going to be finding out where does Josiah Trelawny go when he leaves the gang in Red Dead Redemption 2. So this is a mystery that I have always wondered about because Trelawny is one of the most mysterious characters in RDR2, and I wanted to figure out just where he goes when he disappears throughout the game. So I know a lot of you guys have been wanting to see more single-player content in RDR2. I've been having a lot of trouble trying to balance Red Dead Online and the new GTA Online update, so I do apologize about that. But hopefully this video will be interesting and enjoyable. So the strategy guide of Red Dead Redemption 2 describes Josiah Trelawny as a flamboyant conjurer, conman, and trickster with a taste for the finer things in life. Trelawny is one of the only people Dutch allows to drift in and out of the gang. He pops up out of nowhere and then, just like one of his magic tricks, disappears again. He is a very hard man to pin down and not always to be trusted, but he consistently brings the gang good leads and provides some entertainment around camp. A cockroach in fancy breeches, Trelawny is able to get into nooks and crannies the rest of the gang can't. So that's the description for Josiah Trelawny, and that even mentions that he disappears, and he sort of disappears throughout the entire game, which is, again, very interesting. So where does he go? That is the big question. Now, he doesn't give you any leads or any hints as to where he might run off to. However, we can actually find his secret house located in Saint Denis. Now, I'm not sure if the chapter is important here. I am in chapter 4. I figured this one would work the best. I'm trying not to give away any spoilers, but chapter 4 probably works best. So if you have a save in chapter 4 or you just are in chapter 4, you can actually go visit this for yourself. So I'll show you guys where it is on the map right now. It's pretty easy to find. It's like right above the E and the N in Saint Denis. And you're just going to want to go to this back alley right here and then up the staircase. And if you do so, you'll actually get to hear Trelawny in his secret house. I'll let you guys take a listen to this conversation right now.
That was absolutely delicious, my dear. Thank you. Well, I think a toast is in order, don't you? Here, let's fill that water glass, Tarkin. It's unlucky to cheers on an empty glass. Okay. To the Trelawnys. It's good to be home.
The Trelawnys! Are you staying now, Daddy?
I wish I could, my boy. I really do. But business calls. Oh, I almost forgot. I don't suppose anybody here would be interested in, say, present?
Me! Me!
Okay. This is for you.
Wow! Thanks!
And this one's for you, Cornelius.
A spinning top!
I got that in a town called Blackwater. And last but not least, for you, my dear.
Aw, thank you.
Now run along and play, boys. Let your mother and I read the newspapers.
Trelawny?
Arthur? What on earth are you doing here? I can't speak now. Sorry. Can we catch up in the office on Monday? Let's adjourn to the parlor, my dear. Not a moment's peace.
Wow, so that was kind of an interesting conversation. So we get a little bit of background on Trelawny as well that you might not have known about. So at some point in time, he has clearly settled down in Saint Denis without the gang knowing, because this is a house. It's not like he's renting some little shack. Like, it's a full-blown house. He has a wife. He has 2 sons named Tarquin and Cornelius. So that's kind of interesting. Some other unique points I got from the conversation. He gave one of his sons a gift from Blackwater. So it's clear that either Trelawny was at the Blackwater ferry heist before the events of the campaign, or because of his slipperiness, he was just able to go back and not be able to be detected like the rest of the gang. So that right there is very cool. That is the secret house of Josiah Trelawny. And we find out again that he has a wife, he has 2 sons, and that's probably where he disappears to. And it's kind of funny that Arthur goes like, Trelawny, are you in there? Now, because I'm silly, I wanted to do some test with Trelawny's home, so I ended up seeing if I could generate any more lines of dialogue. So I ended up shooting at his house, I ended up shooting at his window. Maybe he would say something silly like, Arthur, stop shooting at my house or something like that. No, the answer is no, you don't get any extra lines of dialogue. That is it. And I also tried entering the house from a couple of different areas, like maybe I went downstairs, tried through the window. There's no way to get inside of Trelawny's house. So that right there is the mystery of where Trelawny runs off to, but there's a little bit more to it. If you do end up visiting Josiah Trelawny in Saint Denis and you have this secret conversation with him, if you actually return to camp, he'll actually kind of have an awkward confrontation with you. And I'll let you guys take a listen to that conversation right now.
I know you saw me in town with my wife.
I never knew you were married.
It's hard, Arthur. I love her, but I can't stand still. Can't do it.
Poor woman.
Oh, she's fine. She knows who she married.
Did she?
No, probably not.
So that was kind of awkward, right? Trelawny basically explains like, so you kind of saw me in my secret hideout, and then they sort of talk about their family life as well. And, if Trelawny is being right by his family, which it kind of sounds like he's not, and that he's kind of just making them deal with it. So he's definitely sort of an interesting man. That's for sure. Now, I don't think anyone knows permanently where Josiah Trelawny ran off to because, as you know, at the end of chapter 6, he sort of insinuates that he's running away forever. And we don't actually get to see him again in game. And if you go back to his house at the end of chapter 6, no one is there. So I think it's pretty clear that Josiah Trelawny has moved away because he has this conversation with Arthur at the end of chapter 6 where he actually gives him his blessing to completely leave the gang.
Josiah?
I was,
Leaving again?
yes, just leaving. I'll see you soon.
Perhaps.
What do you mean?
Well, if I was you, I'd disappear too. This is all pretty much over.
I'll be back.
No, you won't. Let's not pretend no more. Get out of here.
I'll miss you, Arthur. You've been a fine friend to me.
No, let's not get over sentimental. Well, the place is quiet. Get out of here. You go with my blessing.
Thank you, Arthur.
Now, because Red Dead Online takes place before the story, I don't really count that encounter you have with him in online as anything particularly interesting. You really just confirm sort of where he hangs out, which is in that caravan behind Rhodes. But you actually do get a secret conversation that you can have with Dutch, Hosea, and Arthur in a mission called the New South. Now, you have to accept the fishing trip at the end of the game, and when you have the ability to generate dialogue about Trelawny, you have to accept it, and you will get a hilarious story about the 3 gentlemen and Trelawny, and I'll just let you guys take a listen to this right now. It is hysterical.
Trelawney's like a bad penny.
I'm not sure how good a magician he is, but he's certainly good at disappearing when he feels like it.
Where does he go?
Everywhere and nowhere, it seems. We wouldn't have got Sean back if he hadn't been weaseling around down that way, though.
Hey, Dutch, remember that time you found him in the outhouse?
Oh, yeah. We hadn't seen him in weeks. We stopped in some dead-end town in the middle of nowhere. Don't even remember the name.
You and Bill were off doing something, Arthur.
So, we pick up some supplies. I go to relieve myself. Open the door, and there's Trelawny, sitting there, newspaper in hand. Mr. Van der Linde. I say, what the hell are you doing here? And he said, I could ask you the same thing. Now, if you wouldn't mind giving me a little privacy, I ate a rotten oyster.
Hey, maybe there are actually 100 Trelawnys.
What a terrible thought.
So anyways, that's just some more background information right there, but that is where Josiah Trelawny goes in Red Dead Redemption 2 when he leaves the gang. I think the mystery is solved. This guy is just super weird. We also got some more background on his life, his family, and a little bit more. But as always, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about Josiah Trelawny and where you think he runs off to in Red Dead Redemption 2. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.